Welcome to BibleLink. It's great to see you. Now, BibleLink exists to help link the Bible to real life, your life. We're in chapter 25 of Genesis today, and everything kind of seems settled now for Abraham. Isaac, his chosen son, has a wife whom he loves, and Abraham dies at a really good old age. His death in this text is kind of sandwiched between descendants from his new wife, Keturah, and descendants from Ishmael, a sign of God's faithfulness to him and to Ishmael, to multiply them and to make them great. Now, Isaac and Ishmael bury their father with Sarah, and the focus of Genesis now starts to shift away from Abraham towards Isaac and Jacob. Jacob and Esau enter the scene. Rebekah has a really painful pregnancy with the twins, and she goes to God about it, and God reveals to her that the two sons in her womb will be two different nations. One will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger. The younger son was supposed to serve the older son according to laws around the birth order at the time. So this was going to be kind of an unconventional family. Now, Esau is born first, really hairy and red, kind of emphasizing his wild nature. And Jacob is born grasping Esau's heel, showcasing his struggle to be first. Jacob's name could also mean that he's a trickster. In that culture, to grasp the heel was a roundabout way of saying you're deceitful, kind of like pulling your leg. Isaac favors Esau in his ability to hunt, while Rebekah favors Jacob, perhaps because of what God told her about the older serving the younger. We see that Jacob is quite the opportunist. He takes advantage of Esau, having him sell his birthright for some red stew. Pays to be a good cook. The birthright contains all the rights and privileges that go with being the oldest son. You get a double portion of your family's inheritance, and you serve a leadership role in the family. This taking of the birthright will come up again in a couple chapters as a real sore spot for Esau. Now, our introduction to Isaac and Rebekah's boys isn't exactly a pleasant one. Jacob, who was grasping Esau's heel at birth, now is grasping for Esau's position in the family. He takes advantage of his brother when he's in need and gains his birthright, and Esau seems really careless about his family responsibility, and he kind of throws it all away for instant gratification. Both men come across as very selfish in different ways. God has his work cut out for him in using such a family. Thinking about Esau's mistake in particular, it can kind of be tempting to throw away responsibility just so we can feel better in the moment, without thinking of long-term consequences. We can trade responsibility for instant gratification. And a lot of our culture is built around us doing just this. Addiction, adultery, gambling, trying to feel superior or right, burning bridges with people, procrastinating by binge watching on Netflix, emotional eating, and more can result from wanting just instant gratification instead of what's best in the long run. Is there an area in our lives where we need to own up to our responsibility, or we're making choices only for the moment, or we're thinking about long term? There are people out there like Jacob who would capitalize on our irresponsibility if we're not careful. In what areas do we need discipline to resist this? What else did you notice? Thanks for engaging in BibleLink today. Join the conversation on Facebook, ask questions, and share your observations. And don't forget to invite someone.